Are your people working hard but not reaching their full potential? The problem is not effort, it is development. At the Modern Observer Group, we transform workforce development into real performance. Our human-centered achievement programs help your team think better, communicate stronger, and execute at a higher level. That means higher employee engagement, stronger leadership, and measurable results across your organization. If you want a workforce that performs, leads, and delivers, it is time to invest in your people. Visit modernobserver.com and discover how the Modern Observer Group helps you build a workforce that wins.
More troops headed to the Middle East. A funding deal for TSA moves closer. NASA to build a moon base and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. Israel and Iran continued exchanging strikes, with both sides reporting attacks on military and infrastructure targets. U.S. defense officials said additional American forces are being positioned in the region as a precaution. Diplomatic channels remain active through intermediaries, though Iranian officials denied direct negotiations with the United States. According to the Wall Street Journal, the Defense Department plans to deploy 3,000 soldiers from the U.S. Army's 82nd Airborne Division to support the operation against Iran. A decision to put boots on the ground in Iran has not been made, but deploying the 82nd to the region reportedly gives President Trump several strategic options. Pakistan offered to mediate talks between the U.S. and Iran, though Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman is pushing Trump to continue the war. Senators are discussing a proposal to end the Homeland Security budget stalemate by funding much of the department, including the Transportation Security Administration airport workers, but excluding ICE's enforcement and removal operations that have been core to the dispute. The potential breakthrough came after a group of Republican senators headed to the White House late Monday to meet with President Donald Trump. Senators said they expected the negotiations to work through the night, hammering out the details and present written proposals for both parties to discuss Tuesday at their weekly caucus luncheons. The Supreme Court appeared poised to rule in favor of the Trump administration on a major deportation case yesterday that could significantly tighten border controls. At the heart of the case is the constitutionality of metering, a border policy that allows officials to indefinitely stall the processing of asylum claims made at overwhelmed points of entry to the U.S. A New Mexico jury found Meta guilty of misleading users about the safety of its platforms and enabling child sexual exploitation, a ruling that entails a $375 million fine that the social media company plans to appeal. State Attorney General Raul Torres accused the company of giving predators unrestricted access to minors and enabling real-world abuse and trafficking. Russia launched a series of drone and missile attacks across multiple regions of Ukraine, targeting energy infrastructure and urban areas. Ukrainian officials reported damage to power systems affecting thousands of residents. Emergency crews responded to strikes in several cities as air defense systems intercepted part of the assault. FedEx is jumping into the same-day delivery war, launching a service to rival Amazon and Walmart as major retailers battle over who can get packages to doorsteps fastest. The new FedEx Same-Day Local, built with last-mile partner One Rail, will offer shoppers 2-hour or end-of-day delivery options directly at checkout. One Rail's platform covers nearly 99% of the country and plugs into retailers' existing store networks without requiring new infrastructure. The move comes a week after Amazon rolled out 1-hour and 3-hour shipping windows in hundreds of U.S. cities, while Walmart already offers 3-hour delivery, reaching 95% of U.S. households. FedEx says it's betting on demand. 80% of customers surveyed want same day shipping, and nearly half say they're more likely to complete a purchase if it's included. NASA announced Tuesday that it would spend $20 billion over 7 years to build a permanent base on the moon's surface, pausing previous plans for an orbiting lunar station. The agency will repurpose components from that Lunar Gateway station, already largely built by contractors, to build a surface base instead. The plan will unfold in 3 phases, beginning with robotic landers and new technology testing, then semi habitable infrastructure, and finally, long duration crew quarters. NASA also revealed plans to develop an entirely new spacecraft designed to reach Mars. The aggressive timeline comes as China pushes towards its own 2030 moon landing, with SpaceX and Blue Origin still working to complete lunar landers under contract. That's the Raw Naked Truth for March 25th, 2026. You can catch every episode of the Raw Naked Truth Daily News Brief, as well as our sister podcast, Carnivore Radio, with news analysis and commentary, and the rest of the Xvadio Podcast Network at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcast app, YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.